There's a lot of spirits on this property. There's a lot. On here, so it's going to be kind of bumpy and try to hold still.
So we're just trying to determine, there were other homesteads down here, and I don't have a very descriptive history of where they would have been, but there is a well house here coming up. And I feel as though that would have been for a homestead that was here. There's a ton of junk and stuff in this banking right here, and I often thought that maybe there was, because at the time that would have been all clear, no trees, and I thought right here would have potentially been another big house or a bigger homestead.
Another one right here.
This one's as well.
There's the well right there.
I've metal detected here, and I found a lot of junk nails.
So I'll just turn around so you can see.
Buildings type.
So this is on the other side. It's kind of hard to tell, but if out of this window here, we were just back there. But that whole area, this is on the other side of it. So what he's saying is there's a lot of cellar holes here. So this could have almost been like a whole town in itself of people.
Well, I feel as though there was one there.
This is the spot that he's talking about.
I'm not positive, but these big vehicles generally are assigned out for states. I've been here for 200 years.
Not the best filming right now, but sorry.
I'll stop for a moment.
There you go. This one's yours. Yeah, because your gimbal holds the iPhone better. Started teasing me, using his stuff.
So the other thing is, bottle guy friends have always told me to look for bottles and stuff in the corner of the stone walls. Because they used to go to a corner of a stone wall and throw the trash out. Which makes sense. This whole section here is walled off. And if you look down through the woods, see there's another stone wall, the remnants of one down, not too far down there. So this is a square piece that I think that, whether that was the dwelling back there where it just left.
Alright, you guys want to see what he's talking about? Is back right there. See the corner right here of the stone wall? There's actually a metal of something sitting on top of that rock. So you can see right here, like this is... What is this? Oh, wow. So this is what he's talking about. This is like a V. Oh, I see glass and bolt, yep.
Plow things, shovels, there's old wagon. All this stuff from the old wagon.
Oh, yeah. See, like a piece of pottery, which is kind of cool.
Wagon pieces, parts. So, like...
Well, that's kind of cool. Like, seriously, wagon pieces?
Yeah, this almost looks like it might have been see how it's worn? It almost looks like it might have been
Oh, wow.
like a metal runner for like in the wintertime. And see how it wore out in the middle where the most of the weight was. That's another one right there. So like this might have been a sled rails for wintertime travel in the
So right up there, can you see? There's like a little clearing. That's where she's pointing to. So I'm heading back up there because I think that's where Steve and I had gone last time, but I'm not kind positive. Of an interesting thing as I'm walking. Now I don't have my gimbal, so I'm gonna try to be real steady. I am like kind of walking out here. I'm thinking this is really far away from the main house. Why would you have a spot way out here? And I can hear her. Well, they didn't want them. They didn't want them to be on their property. So this definitely indicates to me that she is some sort of a servant and took care of the property and the workers, but not someone that you would have living in your home. You wouldn't be living in the home. You would be sight unseen. You know, some places like when we did the Silver Fountain Inn, and I've held many events there, and other locations like that, the third floor would be the servants' quarters. And they would have back entrances. This kind of time period, we're talking about people that lived on the property, very humble dwellings, and that would make sense that they went up to the estate to work and then came back here. So let's see if we can have her identify this cellar hole. Look at the massive tree that's growing up right out of it. So look at that tree. And it's growing right out of the cellar hole, right in the center. This whole thing's a big hole. There's all kinds of metal and stuff here too. That's pretty cool. Do you at any time live in the main estate? No, okay. Were you happy here? Did you like your home? Did you have a lot of children? Yeah, many of them died too. Okay. Well, thank you. Do you think that you could guide me to where your property is? Where your cellar hole was? Yes? Because I'd love to see it. Do you stay there often? Yes? Okay. Is there something about where we're standing? Because I've felt you up here. Where we're standing right now, was there some building here? Yes. Okay. Because I kind of have felt that just by the lay of the... Oh, what's that? Yeah, by these rocks. So that kind of makes sense because I'm going to show you. This is an entrance that this is an entrance that I've had come up here. At first I thought maybe it was a road, but it would almost make sense that there was some sort of a building up here. Where I'm standing up here, this building, was this a building that you also worked in? Yes, okay, so that's why I'd feel her up here a lot. Okay.
You turn these things over, and a lot of times there's stuff just...
Oh yeah. Yep. Pottery. Another piece of metal right there. Lots of glass.
Under this, there's probably all sorts of stuff.
We used to take our stuff to the trash, to the dump. And they have their own here. Whoop, hold.
It's full of ants, so I'm trying to get rid of it. There's the top of that little tiny bottle. Kind of neat. Be kind of cool to find that.
That is
That's
cool. So this would be an area, would you think that there would be coins and stuff here? I mean, obviously wouldn't.
Pretty cautious with what they would throw out. I mean, there might be some bottles.
I'll show you the turkeys. There's the turkeys. This is beautiful out here. Oh, that's cool. What is it? A fork or a spoon?
Fork or. I'll take that with me because I can probably find out a rough date from the. It's got a mark on it.
That's neat.
I'll take it home, clean it up enough that I can read it. And it's a stopper for a bottle.
Oh my gosh. That's cool. That's neat. This is really neat too. I just pulled this up. Look at the detail on it. This might be part of a stove. What is this?
It's the lid for a sap bucket.
Oh. Oh, cool. Did you work at this property at all? Like, were you working here? Yes, okay. Did you actually own the house that you lived in? No, okay. Was the property or the house that you were in, was it part of this big estate? Okay, because I can totally vision an estate here. As I said, driving, as you guys saw, driving up here, you can completely see that this whole layout, there had to have been a big estate with other barns and buildings that would have been for the workers and for people that worked for, whoever owned the farm. Is this all making sense? Okay. Can you point to where I'll say the large homestead was? Okay. She's pointing straight ahead, which is where my husband thinks that it is. That makes sense. Did they have several pieces of, or I shouldn't say pieces, did they have several buildings on this property? Yes. Okay, can you point to one of the other buildings? Over there. Okay, so she's really validating what we were feeling, because there are multiple cellar holes here, but the main one, and Steve was just explaining this to me, the main one, he thinks is kind of like in where the field is. So potentially not all cellar holes can be found, because they may have been, they may have burned, they may have filled it in. Obviously they worked the land here, the fields. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.